Good afternoon, YouTube. Xfile2708 back again with another weekly watches episode. Let me just count them up: 3, 4, 5 that I've watched this past week, all on physical media. First one, guys, I'll try to go through these as quickly as I can. I think my 6 watches from last week went on for 25-30 minutes, so try and halve that if possible. So first one for the week, guys, these are in chronological order that I watched them. This was Dreams in the Witch House from 2005. It's a Stuart Gordon written piece as part of the Masters of Horror TV series. So this is actually a short, runs 52 minutes long. And obviously, as you can see from this one, it's partnered with, which one is it? Cigarette Burns, John Carpenter. But yeah, Dreams in the Witch House is absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it. All done using practical effects. Obviously, Stuart Gordon, the likes of Reanimator, Dolls and From Beyond, so really good pedigree of movies, so you know what you can expect with this one. Although if you've seen it, no spoilers, I wasn't expecting the rat with the human face, so that was kind of odd and all kinds of creepy, and I was very cautious when I let my outdoor cat in after watching this, in case she brought a fucking mouse into the house. I would have absolutely shit myself for the rest of the night. But yeah, absolutely brilliant watch this one, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Only negative for me, which isn't a negative, it's a compliment really, is I wish it was longer. Obviously, yes, it's a short. It did what it needed to, but the story was absolutely fantastic, and it was one of those I just didn't want it to end. And obviously, with this being the DVD release, it's got all of the extras. So it's got an interview with Stuart Gordon on, etc., where he went into more detail as to how he put everything together, the background with the H.P. Lovecraft story, and how he picked the actors and actresses, which in this one they did an absolutely fantastic job. Creepy as hell, suspenseful, but yet again another Masters of Horror episode that did not disappoint. So this one, like I say, comes on a double pack on the Anchor Bay label. So if you do see it, guys, it's only around £5-6, I think, for the double pack. Then both Cigarette Burns and this Dreams in the Witch House, absolutely fantastic. So wholeheartedly recommend those. So that was my first watch of the week. Second one of the week. Now this is a movie from 1994 that runs 1 hour 35, and it's my favourite watch of the week. This movie, guys, absolutely fantastic. Very dark comedy horror. I know when I picked it up, I think in a charity shop a few weeks ago, and showed it on a pickups video, a few people commented and said, "Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, you'll love it." Honestly, guys, like I say, my favourite film of the week. I rated it 4 out of 5. Kathleen Turner, absolutely superb performance. Like I say, it's much more of a comedy than an out-and-out horror. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Stars alongside Kathleen Turner, Matthew Lillard, I think his name is, that was Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies. And it's also got a very young Ricky Lake in as well. But yeah, some real laugh-out-loud moments on this one. Again, no spoilers, but there's a scene with Kathleen Turner in her husband. Okay, well, I mean, that was pretty much the scene, actually. They were getting it on of an evening, and the dad turns around and said, "Oh, shall we keep it quiet?" And she's like, "Yes, yes." And they go at it loud like rabbits, and the kids are looking out the bedroom doors and cringing, and honestly funny as fuck, absolutely brilliant. And a couple of other real laugh out loud moments as well. But yeah, this is an absolutely fantastic watch. Quite pricey, I think. Now this one's out of print, so I was very lucky to get it on DVD in one of the local charity shops. It would definitely, if I could get it, I'm not too sure if it had a UK Blu-ray or not, but if I can get hold of it as an import Blu-ray, it's definitely one that I'll be upgrading, and it's my movie recommendation of the week to you guys. So there we go, guys. That's 1994's Serial Mum with Kathleen Turner. So, like I say, rated that one 4 out of 5. So, after having such a good first couple of movies of the week, I then threw the gauntlet down to Ghost Lou. He was sat on his PC to the side of me playing his Minecraft, and I was and ahhing what to watch, and he said, "I'll tell you what, Dad, I'll pick something off the shelf for you." He picked Oh Zombie. Jeepers. What can I say about this? As you know, I do enjoy really shit films at times. You know, as long as they're so bad, for me, they're good. Some of them don't fall into that category. They're just absolutely terrible, and you know, I'll never go back to watch them. This kind of fell down the middle for me. I rated it 2.5 out of 5. Really, you know, I can't say really good. A semi-watchable action horror. It could have been so much better if they'd actually used proper effects. This is probably one of these that you'd normally see, you know, direct to TV. And all of the kills are CGI'd. So, you know, they're out in the desert, they're shooting, and rather than seeing, you know, blood splatter going everywhere, you've got like these pink clouds, which are supposed to reflect blood splatter and whatever. So that definitely turned me away from the film a little bit. Literally everything was CGI in this. So that was a big downer for me. The other thing as well, I mean, there was one particular scene where there's I think they're supposed to be like Navy SEALs or something, and they're out in the desert and they encounter a group of zombies plodding along towards them, and there's one of the smaller women that's got like a samurai sword, so you know, kind of Michonne-esque from Walking Dead. But she says, "Oh yeah, leave it to me." Walks towards these zombies, slaughters and slays probably 7 or 8 of them. And when the camera pans back to her, there's no blood on her at all. And even when she puts the sword away, there's no blood on the sword. So, you know, like I say, it could have been a whole lot better if they'd have put a little bit more into it. But, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, for me, 2.5 out of 5. So it's not terrible that I wouldn't keep it in the collection, but it's one of those that I think is going to gather dust for quite some time before I revisit it. So there we go, guys. There's Oh Zombie from 2012. So that's that one. And then another absolute stellar of a movie. This is Dead and Buried, a Section 2 video nasty from 1981. Where are we? Yeah, from 1981. This was when I rated 4 out of 5. It's got a really young-looking Robert Englund, obviously a few years before he became everyone we know and love with Freddy Krueger. But yeah, absolutely brilliant Section 2 video nasty. Really creepy, really intense. And I was surprised. The opening scene to this, guys, is absolutely brutal. How this wasn't pushed onto Section 1, I do not know. But like I say, it was a really good watch. Everything's done with practical effects as well, so big tick in the box from me for that. And yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can't wait to watch it again later on down the line. So yeah, 4 out of 5 from me on this one, guys, and another big recommendation. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch. And again, no spoilers, but a really good twist at the end of the movie, which I wasn't expecting. So that was the second to last one, guys. 1981's Dead and Buried. And then the last one. Watched this one last night. Now, I posted this in the Mondo Rock Facebook group, and I put something along the lines of, this is what I'm watching tonight, not expecting anything whatsoever. And I had to eat humble pie. It was fucking brilliant. It was so funny. This is it's a low budget comedy horror. Reading into it, it's directed and produced and actually stars as well. I think his name's Drew Maverick. Probably, I think he's done this, a short called Scared to Death, and then another one, I think a few years earlier, something along the lines of Astro Zombies or something. So I wasn't expecting anything brilliant, but even though I guessed who the killer was very early on, which is novel for me because, I don't normally get things like that right, or not until, I've made multiple guesses. But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Exactly what you'd expect from a low budget B movie. Now, this was actually done in 2017. And it's a throwback to 80s slasher movies, so the likes of Sleepaway Camp, Mother's Day, Happy Birthday to Me, stuff like that. And reading on IMDb and watching the extras after this was done, guys, on a budget of $6,000, which, as you know, in movie making realms is absolutely nothing whatsoever. But it was absolutely brilliant, and like I say, I'm aiming hopefully to get the Astro Zombie movie that this guy did. Like I say, these quite often B movies done on a low budget, absolutely terrible, but the kills were really well done. Lots of gore in this one. Obviously, bikini clad girls in it that don't irritate the shit out of you. It runs, I think, about 80 minutes. Normally, these sort of movies, you can't wait for the irritating characters to die. But even though they were irritating, they were watchable. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I thought I was only going to rate this maybe a 2 out of 5. But I ended up rating it a 3.5 out of 5. So, that's, what's that, put it on a par with? That's put it on a par with Dreams in the Witch House from Stuart Gordon. So absolutely love this one. Definitely a big thumbs up and a recommendation from me. And again, it's one that I am going to try and upgrade to Blu-ray when I can. And I love the box. This is the reversible artwork, and you can tell there it's a throwback to 80s horror look. There's the VHS cover with the horror sticker in the top corner. So absolutely fantastic film. Can't wait to check out some other stuff that Drew Maverick's done, and anything that he's got coming out later on down the line. So there we go. That was my last watch of the week. So let me know if you've seen any of those, guys, if you enjoyed them as much as I did. And even though I've got 5 watches there, only one of them, O Zombie, was slightly a duffer. The rest of them, all fantastic films, and ones that I'd highly recommend people checking out if they haven't seen them before. So there we go, guys. As always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. and I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now.